Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. How are you doing? Yeah, how's your Ramadan going? How's everything going? Alhamdulillah, we've almost made it halfway, which is good. Now, let's talk about something which is why we're all here on this channel, dealing with this niche topic of these anti-dawah kind of people. They're anti-dawah. This is why we're dealing with them, all right? You leave these people in a mujtama, in a society for a period of time, then you've got a corrosive effect on the dawah that people spend decades to build on that dawah. And these people are like cockroaches. They are parasites. They are corrosive and cancerous in their behaviors and functionalities, and so on and so forth. So we have to deal with them. I believe we have to deal with them. And if someone or some group of people don't deal with them, then the serious disasters will be felt in the ummah of Muhammad sallallahu alayhi wa sallam. So we've got to deal with these cult members. And more importantly, I think, the narrative that I think we should now be focusing on is their propensity to, or their, you could say, susceptibility to be radicals. And when I say that, I mean that in the pejorative and violent sense. We already had a discussion about the Libyans and what they're doing in Libya and so on, and how they are justifying killing people in masjids using reasoning from the fatwas of Rabi' al-Madkhali. But I want to show you one thing today, guys. I want to show you one thing which is something I stumbled across.
ما يلتزم بشريعة الإسلام لا عقيدة ولا منهج ولا إلى آخره كما هو الواقع الآن إلا في هذه البلاد. بارك الله فيكم. كل حكام بلاد الإسلام الآن إما رافضي إما باطني إما علماني كلهم لا عقيدة ولا شريعة.
Here, what's really disturbing about that particular, what we just heard, from Rabi' al-Madkhali, is that it can easily be interpreted, even though he might not have meant it himself, we don't know and we don't care, it could easily be interpreted as takfir, right? Now, the movement is going to move on with or without Rabi' al-Madkhali. Madkhalism now has transcended Rabi'a. And so, let's say someone who comes after Rabi'a, who's the charismatic leader for the Madkhalis. That particular charismatic leader, they can start using these aqwal quite easily and convincing people that this is hukm bi ghayr ma anzal Allah, or this is ruling with something which Allah has not revealed. وَمَنْ لَمْ يَحْكُمْ بِمَا أَنزَلَ اللَّهُ فَأُولَٰئِكَ هُمُ الْكَافِرُونَ. And whoever does not do hukm of what Allah has revealed, then they're disbelievers. So then it's just a stepping stone away, one stepping stone away from the carnage that we're seeing with these takfiri groups in and around Syria. Now, actually, you could argue, quite frankly, quite easily, right, that's not even a requirement, because the Madkhalis don't require the bureaucracy of making takfir, declaring you a harbi, declaring this to be darul harb. All of these things are requirements before, by the way, they kill you, right? And that's why they kill Muslims quicker than they kill non-Muslims sometimes, because they're seen as even more traitors, as well, takfiris. But with the Madkhalis, all of that bureaucracy is not required, because the truth of the matter is they can just say, well, you're a Khariji and we believe in killing Khawarij, and they'll cite the hadith in a segmented way, stripping away all the maslahah and the mafsada, all these kinds of usuli principles which they don't really accept, or they don't respect, or they don't understand even. And they'll just go straight to, well, that's why we should kill the Khawarij. And so therefore you can start seeing pandemonium and carnage ensue in both the Muslim world and, quite frankly, with the number of Madkhalis in the West, a transfer to takfirism or fully fledged radicalism. And this is the kind of thing we need to understand. And I've said this before, my message to CIA, but this seems to be like something which people are not understanding or not appreciating or not even comprehending. But, you know, you have to understand that Takfiri and Tabdi'i movement are two sides of the same coin. They literally are cousins, okay? They are cousins, proverbially. They come from exactly the same usul, okay? And they have exactly the same understanding of udhr, or pardoning some people, and they have exactly the same example of they have exactly the same behavior when it comes to التسلسل. So من لم يكفر الكافر فهو كافر, or من لم يبدع المبتدع فهو مبتدع. Whoever doesn't do takfir of the kafir, then he's a kafir, and whoever doesn't do tabdi'a of the mubtada, then he's. And what they mean by kafir here is not the kafir asli, they mean the kafir who they've declared the kafir. And in the other case, they mean the mubtada that they have declared the mubtada. So they're two sides of the same coin, and it's easy for them to cross-breed, if you like, as they have been, cross-pollinate. And that's what people need to understand, because there's no nuance in thinking, and it's based on this kind of aqwal you're hearing from their leaders, quite frankly, which, understood on prima facie value, could easily be meant as takfir, or understood as takfir at least.